What is going on, beautiful people? It is your boy Lindon, bringing you guys a brand new video here today, and I'm here just to have a nice general conversation with you guys. And you see the title of the video, kind of just want to talk about some of the big things I've learned over the last couple of weeks, months, years now, last couple of weeks from myself. So I've read a new book recently called "So Good It Can't Ignore You," and I'll tell you what, boys. I'm about 100 pages in, 105 pages actually exactly today, and bro, this book is a banger. And what makes this book so good is that I think there's kind of books out there, like say I've read Deep Work by Newport. It's kind of one of his more popular. It's like his most popular book. This is like the book that came with it. And when they call this book like So Good They Can't Ignore You, obviously, I'd say about it is that it was a book where it was like, well, this book isn't probably going to help me. I already know what I want to do. It's like, oh, she might just tell me some stuff I already know, or it might be more useful to kind of give the information out to you guys. I was like, I may as well read it, see what it's about. But I'll tell you what, this book actually is going to help me way more. Probably more than Deep Work did, because I think it's a book where you can instantly, from ground zero, you can implement it straight away. And one of the things, I'm actually going to talk about the book first, before I talk about kind of what I've been thinking about. But in terms of the book, So Good They Can't Ignore You, man, this book is sick. So obviously, the main concept of the book, just to kind of give you guys a bit of information, is it's all about kind of like, kind of the passion hypothesis, they call it. So basically, if you work a job that you love, you never work a day in your life. Basically, that like thing. They basically are saying that's one way of looking at life, and a lot of people do that, like, oh, just rush out as soon as you get a chance to leave your career and start a business and whatever you want to, just go out and do that. Or it's gain the XP, gain the capital, gain that capital knowledge, that capital gains, gain that experience in your field, learn the skills inside out, become so good that they literally can't ignore you, become so good that people are coming to your doorstep, coming to your emails, coming to your DMs, and they want to hire you in that position. So, and as I think by the way I've described that, you can probably tell which way they're leaning towards. But kind of, I want to give you guys kind of a bit of reason behind it. Obviously, I'm not fully into the book yet. I mean, not fully finished the book yet. I'm quite into the book. I've not finished the book yet. But one of the main things it kind of explains is that passion, it's like, passion can only take you so far, but it's very unlikely. And a lot of the big stories, a lot of the big success stories you find out there aren't people who were just super successful, super like passionate, and off their passion they ran out and they just found what they wanted to do and it just clicked for them. Like, that's very unlikely to happen. And a lot of people who do run out and do that, and they go start their dream business. Well, one of the big statistics, especially in the UK, that a lot of people know when it comes to business is that 90% of the businesses fail in their first year. That is crazy, but it's true. And I think what a lot of people are doing is that they think of a business and they think, oh yes, there could be an opening for this, and oh yes, it would change. Oh yeah, I don't like working for people. Oh yeah, can we change my 9 to 5? And they're like, yeah, let's just run out and open this business. But they haven't got the experience. There's actually a good example in the book of someone that went out. They've been learning yoga for literally like a year, like 18 months. Did like a course on it, got qualified, and they were like, yes, I could start a yoga business and get some money in. And start doing that in my job. And then they went into that and it was doing alright. Recession hits and they realised compared to that competition where people have been doing it for 20 years, they've got the business knowledge, they've got the yoga knowledge, the yoga expertise, knowing how to run a class, knowing how to work with people, and they've also got the business knowledge. So compared to her, it's like she had nothing to offer compared to her competitors, and she went bankrupt. And that is something that could so easily happen. Like, if I was to literally drop everything I'm doing now, like literally drop uni and like not work at all, and just literally be like, get this, leaving out of London, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a YouTuber full time, just work from home, like hopefully get like a pass for like 12 months, my mum rent, like I'm gonna be a YouTuber. It's like, even like, yes, you can. I might get lucky. I might get that viral video. The skills I built up might help me in towards doing that. But the chances are I haven't built up the XP enough to be able to do that, and there's a good chance I'll be in serious trouble. A lot of things would go wrong for me. So kind of the idea of the book is that I actually build myself up and I actually get to a point where I'm so good at what I do that people are coming out to me and being like, this is what you can do, this is how you can improve. And one of the things about this book actually I quite like about it, doesn't say honestly, take in honest feedback. and it kind of talks about kind of the idea of having a passion mindset where you just kind of like, oh, I want to do this, my heart's in this. This is what I love. Let's just get it cracking, rather than a craftsman's mindset. So kind of the passion mindset is kind of what the world can offer you. It's like, yes, if I do this, if I put all my heart into this, or people will love me, or I'll be making money doing what I love, and it's all about me. Whereas there's a thing called the craftsman's mindset, and the craftsman's mindset is that basically it's about what you can give to the world. So it's kind of about if you can put so much value into the world and whatever you do, and if you can really learn, and you learn a high value, high income skill that you know you can use to raise yourself up, and something that you know is in demand and what people want, then you build that up, and eventually people are going to come to you because you have a high value skill that isn't there isn't a lot of people in the market that do that. So people are going to be like, this guy is different, this guy is special, this person is special, so we want them. So that's it's beautiful, man. Honestly, this book is literally, it's opened my mind. Like, I've read a few kind of self-improvement, self-help books, and they're all kind of good for different reasons. But I'll tell you what, for kind of a starter, a ground zero person, this book is so good because it spells a lot of myths, and it tells you literally how to get started. And there's literally so much things I couldn't even talk about up from the first 100 pages that I've missed off there. I will do a full review of that book, but just kind of what I've learned from that, from what I literally just told you, is sick, and it's definitely made me think. It's about, the main takeaway from that book so far is that literally, I think I do a lot of things good. There's a lot of things where it's like I've kind of slowly progressed them and kind of took things on, and it has been good. But there's a lot of things that I can do better, and if I'm going to be in a position where I want to be in a few years, I need to be doing stuff better. I need to be putting my stuff out there. I need to be making videos consistently. I need to be editing them, and I need to market them. I need to push it out to a bigger audience, and then when I get feedback, I take it on. I make the product better again. I keep expanding. I keep looking to see how I can innovate, and we just come better and better until people are just like, this guy's really good. And then that's when things start to click. As soon as you start putting out more value, that's when the value comes back. Which is, I really like that concept, man, and it makes a lot of sense to me. Reading through the book, it makes a lot of sense to me. Whereas a lot of things where it's like, in the past, sorry, like I said, I'm a bit touchy today. But yeah, sorry, in the past, what I would have been like is, what I've been doing to this current day, where it's like, I'm putting out videos, I'm kind of putting them out unedited, like this one today, and it's like, and I'm just talking through stuff, and it's like, yes, that's great to a certain point, and I am quite comfortable at that, and I do think I can talk, I do provide some value, but it's like, if these videos were edited a bit better, a bit more visually exciting, and I was putting them in like Instagram and TikTok and Twitter and all these places, obviously it's a bigger audience, and it's more hyper focused. People are getting their details out. Like, I'm not taking people's attention spans for like 10 to 15 minutes, taking them for like 5 minutes and getting them just as much content, if not more, just as much value out of the video. It's like the way people are going to just take to my content will be so much more better, and that's what I need to start doing. And that's kind of, so that kind of ends up on what the book is. Book's saying so far. The book is, like I say, so good they can't ignore you. I'm halfway through the book. There's 4 rules in total to look at. I've looked at the first 2 more to go. But honestly, from what I've read so far, that book is a banger. And I think for anyone who's getting started on a self-improvement journey, man, I think that's quite a solid book to start with, from what I've read. And then I also want to talk about it. So what have going off that, what is the thing I'm looking to do, and also what the mistakes I've made. So I think the main mistake I've made so far is that it's just not prioritizing time for stuff. It's like, so I'm someone where I've got kind of my non-negotiables, so it's like, I wouldn't say non-negotiables. I've got the stuff where it's like, I know I kind of need to do that. So it's like going to work. Obviously you have eating, sleeping, gym. Obviously it's like a pretty non-negotiable, especially being on a plan at the moment. Gym, and probably football. I'd probably say it's probably a bit of a non-negotiable. It's a bit weird as well. It's like an activity I do for fun. but I probably say it's probably something I do quite regularly. So it's kind of regular activities that I do. But obviously, then there is activities that like I want to do or I'm interested in doing, but I don't. I kind of think, oh, when I have time, I'll do this. When I have time, I'll do that. So that's activities like recording YouTube videos, editing, that stuff like reading, that stuff like. Meditation is non-negotiable for me, but that stuff like music, that stuff like going outside and just seeing stuff, seeing London. There's stuff that's like I want to put time away or learning an instrument. Like there's so many things where it's like I want to do them, but like I don't like be like I'm not like between 10:30 and 11 o'clock I'm gonna do this. It's like, oh, I'll go for a run. I'll go gym, or I might find some time to edit a YouTube video, or I might find some time to do some uni work. And it's like, oh, then I'll eat, and then I'll watch some YouTube, and then I might find some time to look at some music today. And then it's like, so it's proper wishy-washy. And because, especially in this attention era, as soon as you get locked in on something like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, like it takes your attention span so quick, and it's so hard. I think it says like it takes your attention span in like 30 seconds, like those kind of things. It's like from the thumbnails with the website's designed, like these app developers take time to literally think of how to break your mind, how to literally like zone on their product, how to keep you on their screen. So it's like the moment you log into a Twitter, an Instagram, a YouTube, like people are making thumbnails to be optimal. People are, like I say, the screen design, the colors, it's all optimal to keep you on there. So your biggest battle is literally just deciding not to go on there and trying to do something productive first. So what it's like, what I'm trying to say is that you need to be, you need to try and make blocks. You need to try and make a calendar, or at least I say for the first week, what I think is going to be is trying to understand what my kind of rhythms are on kind of working days, non-working days, what I tend to get up to, what are the times where I could be doing something, noting them down, and then literally making a structure day by day, being like, yes, I want to wake up at 6 a.m. every day. I want to meditate from 6 o'clock I want to meditate from like 6:15 to 6:30. I want to eat breakfast at this time. I'm going to hit gym at this time. And then at like 7:30 p.m. I'm gonna make music for half an hour. I don't know, or boxing, be at like boxing's at like 6 p.m. or football's at 9 p.m. on a Wednesday or whatever. Like I just need to be intentional with my time. I'm gonna read from 10 a.m. to 10:20, and like I just need to really get this down. Like I think I have as much I've kind of been learning about self-improvement, learning about routine. Is like there's some things are in my routine, like so meditation is in my routine, reading is in my routine, gym is in my routine for the most part, going for runs is in my routine for the most part, and like I say, obviously work kind of obviously it's not really in the routine, but it's like you force yourself to go when you got to go to work is what it is. Money have to make, but like there's some stuff where it's like they're pretty ingrained in my routine. Reading is quite a good one in my routine. But there's stuff like making YouTube videos where it's like, it's not my routine, I just make a YouTube video when I get time. Working on music's not my routine, it's just something I work on when I get time. It's like editing's not something in my routine, it's just something that I kind of ignore right now. Uni work's not really my routine, I just kind of, some days when I get motivation, that's the worst thing, motivation doesn't come, man, consistency is better. Consistency is better than motivation, which is why I really like this idea of this book where it's just like, you just need to crack on, even if it's bad. Get through it, work on it. You'll get honest feedback. The feedback will make you better. Just do what you need. Do what you want to do. Do what you need to do. Get it out there. Get it looked at. Get feedback. Improve on it. Constant improvement. And that's something about my habits. 1% better every day. Which obviously that's something they say. These books are teaching me. But this book really put it together where it's like, if you just keep trying to do the same things, trying to work on the same skills. Another example I'm trying to make is like if you're like a footballer, say you're a half-decent footballer, you play like semi-pro, you're pretty decent. So say you play like as a midfielder, it's like you'd be pretty decent, and someone's like, "Oh, you're actually pretty good at free kicks. I know you've been practicing them." And then you can think, "Oh yes, I'm pretty sick. I'm like a free kick specialist." So then you just keep practicing. You just keep whipping these free kicks, you keep whipping these set pieces. You're like Jamie Ward-Prowse for like the Sunday league you're in, basically. Like you're a sick I'd say you're a sick set piece taker. But then like you stop practicing your dribbling, you stop practicing your passing, you're not working on your stamina as much. It's just literally you're going to the park, just whipping in corners, just whipping in free kicks, practicing pens. It's like you might develop, you might be one of the best set piece takers, but you're not going to make it as a pro baller doing that. You're not going to make it as a pro baller literally just practicing your set pieces over and over again. But the person who's going to be more better, who's going to be a better player, is going to continually practice their kind of development, and practice that they're going to develop their mindset. They practice their recovery. They're going to be stretching in the morning. They're going to be on their stamina. They're going to be practicing, like, they're going to be on their passing some days. Some days they might practice their shooting. Some days they might practice their set pieces. They're going to take bits and parts, what they need, and they're going to just keep practicing. They're going to be consistent with it. They're going to be like, they're going to have one day to something. They might do boxing to do their fitness. They might do but I say they're going to be stretching. They're going to be on their actively recovering. They maybe do some meditation. That is the more complete person. That person is going to do better overall, because, like I say, you can kind of do that thing where you kind of max out one stat, you're really good at it. But it's like, to get to the top, you need to be like, it's better to be like a 7 in everything. And even in like dating and like other stuff in life, man, it's better to be like a 7 and 8 in like virtually everything than like a 10 like 2 things, but then like everything else is like a 5. Like, you actually do so much better in life if you can literally be like a 7 or 8 across everything. That's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, 100%. That's what I'm on right now. This book, like I say, it's really helped me out. Like I say, I'm going to start breaking down all the books I've read. I don't think I'm going to pick up a new book after I've read this book. I'm literally just going to go back through these books, literally probably 10, 15 pages a day, and literally write down what I've learned and write down, so I can literally come back, not be doing things off the top of my head, and literally writing down exactly what I've learned from this book, all the concepts, all the different theory stuff. And it's like, I'm going to start providing some proper value on this channel. Like, I'm going to start reading down these books, obviously this core science of well-being. I'm going to break down all these things that I've read that I think are really helped me in my self-improvement journey, and then bring it to you, because that is how I bring value. And I think people will doubt it, but it's honestly, this stuff is changing my life. So I just want to bring that to you, because honestly, this journey is sick, man. And obviously everyone wish they started sooner, but obviously if you're a young person, if you're like you're not even like 20 years old yet, honestly, the way you could be moving like a king in 2 to 3 years, man. Like, obviously they'll say that, obviously, like, all kings and queens, man, but nah. I think at the start, man, a lot of us, we do suck a bit. We are kind of losers, especially as men. Like, we start out, we're not earning that much money. It's like the looks aren't that great. We're not wearing the nicest clothes, and it's like to me, it's like you can either force it and be like, you can literally like, oh, I'll buy like one designer shirt at a time. I'll buy one nice watch at a time. And yeah, you can probably force it. It's like, oh yeah, I'll do a skin routine, so just so I look good now. It's like you can try and go out to the club and whatever, and you buy one bottle at a time, and you try and force being really, really try and look the part, and it might work temporarily. Or you can be like, just like, I'm a bit of a bum right now. It's like, yeah, girls, maybe it's not where it's at right now. It's not the latest over there. I'm going to take some time, work on myself, develop myself, learn my mental, learn about talking well, learn about kind of your body language and that, learn how to communicate, learn about, I don't know, masculine, feminine, and learn about, learn a sport, bro. Learn a language. Just like, literally just develop yourself into someone that you think, yeah, I could be interested. And honestly, like, a few months of work, a few books that I've read, a few things, and I genuinely feel like a different person. I feel like if I was going to that part of my life now, I feel like it'd be completely different, because there's so many ways I can take a conversation, so many different things that I can talk about. I know in the next kind of 6 to 12 months, things are going to be great. And it's like, it doesn't feel like it right now. Sometimes you feel like a bit of a bum. You do feel like, yeah, you haven't had a trim in like a month. Sometimes you do feel like, oh, I don't feel the best looking. I haven't got the perfect body right now. But it's like, if you just keep doing the fundamentals right, like I say, we're going to go harder now. We're going to be editing the videos. We're going to be more out there, more open to feedback. We're going to be pushing harder. We're going to be giving more value in the content. We're going to be doing better. We're going to be producing better work. It's just, bro, once we start doing this and I start, as much as like the content, YouTube content will always be there. So it's like, for me, it's like I'm a big fan of YouTube. I get lost on YouTube. I get lost on Instagram. It's like I love it. The algorithm's great. It gives me great content, bro. I'm literally scrolling, and it's like I don't get bored. And it's like, but I'm wasting so much time. My screen time's way too high. It's like if I can just get down to the essence of what I really want and just go for it, even if it hurts, even if I get bored and I literally have to sit at a wall for 20 minutes. Like I'm telling you now, 6 to 12 months of me literally being on this path of continuous improvement, man, it's gonna be. Like, it's gonna be a completely different person. Like you guys are gonna be like, how did he grow this quickly? And it's like I always knew I could do it, but I just needed to go hard, and that's what we're gonna do. Next 6 months, bro, we're going hard. So that's what I've learned in the last few weeks. Let me know if you find that interesting. I enjoyed giving you that. I just think, honestly, like reading this book today is just man. Not just reading this book today, but I've read it like probably 4 times, but literally got through 100 pages. Like really enjoying it. I'm gonna let you guys know when I finish it. But yeah, I love to talk, man. Like it's weird enough because when I'm out, I probably don't like express it enough. I probably don't like actively seek conversations, and that's something I want to be in the background. I know when I was out this weekend, I was kind of on the background. I wasn't actively going up to people. I'm like, yeah, hey, how are you? But like when I actually get into conversation flow, I actually do probably enjoy talking. It's something I should probably do more. But yeah, sometimes it is just be a bit low key and then pop out on them one time and just start flexing in it, start rapping, just start trapping, whatever, like just getting stuff done. But yeah, my voice starting to go again. Like I said, man's sipping up Lensip. That's it, got 1 packet left. Might have to go shop and buy some more, depending on how things go over the next couple of days. But yeah, much love to you all. We're gonna win. We got long during this army, man. I got you, G's. We're gonna win. So thank you for listening, and I'll catch you next time.